Assalamu alaikum students, I hope you all are fine. Students, we have started unit 3, that is customizing a Word document. In the last lesson we saw the Microsoft Word window and its different parts. They were labeled in that image, and then we saw and discussed some of the views of a document like print layout and web layout, draft and outline layout. Those were discussed in the last lesson. In today's lesson we will see that how we can change the zoom settings in a Word document or how we can increase or decrease the zoom settings in a Word document. Now, increase, decrease zoom settings. We can zoom in to get a close-up view of our document or zoom out to see more of the pages at a reduced size. I hope you all know very well about zooming in and zooming out a document, because this feature is very commonly used in mobiles most of the time while viewing some pictures or documents. So there are two methods that we will discuss in this lesson for increasing or decreasing the zoom settings in a Word document. So let's have a look of method 1. The following steps are required to increase or decrease zoom settings. First of all, click on the View tab and then click on the Zoom button. As I told you that the Microsoft Word window consists of several tabs, so for changing the zoom settings we have to click on the View tab as shown in the figure, and then inside the View tab we have zoom settings. We have a Zoom button. Like here we can see under the View tab we are having this Zoom button. Now after clicking on the Zoom button, once we click on this Zoom button, this window will appear. So after clicking on the Zoom button, a window will appear, this one, and here in this window we can see that different zoom settings are available. We can zoom the window to 200% and 100%. Currently it is shown that it is zoomed to 100%. Further we can decrease it to the 75%. We can change the page width, text width, whole page, many pages can be changed at a time. Further we can adjust the percentage according to our choice, according to our requirement. Like for example here it is currently written as 100%, but we can change it to 85, 72, 73, 64. Those options can also be applied which are not listed over here. So this window will appear. From here we will select the zoom settings according to our requirement, and then we will click on OK button, and the settings will be applied to the document. See, select the zoom setting and click OK. So it was a very simple method for changing or increasing or decreasing the zoom settings of a Word document. This was method 1. In the next slide we will see a second method through which we can do the same thing. Increase, decrease zoom settings. And now the second method. Method 2. The following steps are required to increase or decrease zoom settings by another way. Find the zoom control shown in the figure, which is encircled by a red circle. That is the zoom control shown in the figure at the bottom of the MS Word window. It was already shown in the first lesson where it is situated. It is situated on the status bar, actually at the right side of the Microsoft window. So Microsoft Word window, which is called zoom control. Here we can see that the zoom control is consists of a bar, and then at one end we are having the plus sign, and on the other hand we are having a minus sign, which shows the zoom in and zoom out features. See, click on the plus sign. Whenever we click on the plus sign, so it will zoom in, and whenever we click on the minus sign, it will perform zooming out, so it will zoom out. So this is how, this is also one way of doing, or one way of increasing or decreasing the zoom settings of a Word document. Further, one thing more I want to tell you, that if we click on this button which shows 100%, it means that currently the document, the MS Word document, has zooming settings of 100%. It is zoomed to 100%. When we click on it, then again the last window which is shown in the first method will appear, and from there we can change the settings and then click OK. So there are different methods for doing the same thing in MS Word. There are so many other functions which can be done by using multiple options or multiple ways. So Microsoft Word provides this kind of flexibility, that we can perform a single task by different ways. So these were the two methods for increasing and decreasing the zoom settings of a MS Word document. Okay. Students, in the next slide we will see that how we can zoom in and zoom out a Word document practically. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate that how we can change the zoom settings in a Word document. For example, I'm having this MS Word document in my laptop. I have to open it. Okay, enable editing. Now the MS Word document is open, and now I want to change the zoom settings by using these two methods that we have discussed in this lesson. First of all, I have to click on the View tab for the first method, as I told you. Under the View tab we have the Zoom button, as I told you. Whenever I click on this Zoom button, this window appears. Here we can see different options for zooming in and zooming out a document. Currently the document is zoomed to 100%, as shown here in this window, and you can also see that thing from here, 100%. This is applied to this document at this time. Now I want to zoom it to the 200%. So when I click on 200%, it is also shown here in the preview, and then we click on the OK button, we will see that the document will be zoomed to 200%. See? So this is how we can do it. Now if you want to change the zoom settings again, then we will again click on the zoom button, and if you want to decrease it to the 75%, click on the zoom 75%. This is called actually this is called zoom out. So we will click on OK, and see, it is zoomed to 75%, and then it shows 2 pages at a time on the screen, because now it occupies less space on the screen, so it can show you 2 pages. Further, we can also enable make it to preview 3 or 4 pages at a time. For this purpose we will set it to a lowest value, like for example if I zoom it to the 50% and then click OK, then we can see that it is again zoomed out even more. So when let's say apply settings 30, click OK, now we can see that we are viewing 4 pages at a time on our screen. Further, click on it. If you want to zoom it to 300%, click OK. Now we can see that the document is zoomed to 300%, and even then even we are using the scroll bars to read the text. So this is how we can change the zoom settings. Here we can see a shortcut button for zooming the document to 100%. See, whenever we normally we use the 100% zoom settings for our document, so we have a shortcut for it. Just click on this button and we will see that the document is changed to 100% zoom settings. Further, we are having different other options, like if you want to view only one page at a time, so click on one page. It will show you the whole page on the screen, only a single page. If you want to view multiple pages on a single screen, so click on multiple pages and it will adjust the screen to view multiple pages at a time. Further, we can change the page width from here. So see, it is changed, the page width is changed and it is zoomed to 154%. So these are different options related to the zoom settings of a Word document. But normally we use 100% zoom settings. Now this was one way of changing the zoom settings, or increasing or decreasing the zoom settings of a Word document. And another way which I told you in this lesson is again even more simpler as compared to this first method, that is using the zoom control panel or zoom control bar. You can say here we can see the zoom in button, which is represented by a plus sign, and the zoom out button, which is represented by the minus sign. So it is the shortcut way and the easiest way of doing zooming in and zooming out. If you want to zoom out the document, just click on this minus sign and you will observe that the document is zoomed out each time when we click on this minus sign, and it is zoomed out up to 10%. Like for example, currently it is 50%. When I click on this minus sign only once, then it will be changed to 40%. Like for example, single click and it is changed to 40%. Again single click, it will be changed to 30%. On the other hand, if we want to zoom in the document, then we have to click on the plus sign. So each time when we click on the plus sign, it is zoomed in to 10% more. Like currently it is 40%. When I click on this plus sign, it will be changed to 50%. Click 50%, click 60%, click 70%, click 80%. So it makes a difference of 10% each time when we click on the zoom in and zoom out button. So this is also one way of changing the zoom settings of a document. I hope that this was a very simple lecture or lesson for all of you, and you are better you have better understood this whole lesson. And still, if you have any question, you can ask those questions in the comments in Google Classroom. Thank you so much. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Students, that's it for today. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe my channel Computer Tuition Academy. Thanks a lot. Take care. Allah Hafiz.